What's up guys, Serendipity here, and today we're playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Today's video, we're running with the King, the MP5. And ladies and gents, we have unlocked perk greed. This means we can have 2 extra perks in every single slot, so that's a total of 6 perks. I'm excited. I've been waited all 45 goddamn levels for this, or however long it is. So let's go through what the class setup is for the King, the MP5. So like all other videos, we start off with the wildcard, and like I said before, we are running perk greed. Already explained that. 6 perks we get out of this. Absolutely amazing. This is one of the best wildcards in the game. I highly recommend you use it. If anything, use it all the time on submachine guns, no matter what it is. Milano, MP5, AK-74U, doesn't matter. You run perk greed. You don't need 8 attachments. You just need 5, honestly, especially with the MP5, as it is the king in Cold War and Modern Warfare, but definitely the king of all guns in the entire history of Call of Duty. The MP5 has really been one of the best weapons to use, and right now, even though it's been nerfed, look at it, it just absolutely dominates. So let's go through. With that being said, 6 perks. I'm going to list off all the perks for you right now. So I decided in the perk 1 slot, we're going to rock Tactical Mask and Flak Jacket. What this means is Tactical Mask means if we get flashbanged or stun grenaded, we do not feel the effects of it. We do a little bit, but not as much. It's maximum resistance to the flashbangs and stun grenades. Also, we are immune to gas mines. And Flak Jacket means we'll have maximum resistance to explosives, combat bows, and all the good stuff that blows up in your face. Flak Jacket will just take it like it's a piece of paper hitting your face. It's really a good perk to use, and I highly recommend, especially with the MP5, especially with this class setup, as this class setup is really good for objective-based game modes, like your hard point, where you can sit in that hard point, get blown up, and it doesn't even matter. You just won't feel the effects of it all too often. Like, yeah, if they throw 3 grenades at you, you're probably gonna die, but 1 or 2 grenades, not a problem. Stim up and you'll be fine. That being said, our non-lethal equipment is always the stim shot, because you will want to use stim shot in any situation that is diresome. The stim shot only works when you've taken damage. So you kill 1 enemy, you're going to take damage. Stim shot, you can kill the 2nd enemy or the 3rd enemy, so on, so on. There is a recharge time. It's not too long. It's around 10-15 seconds, not too sure. I had to look at that up. But honestly, it's way worth it. It's a better system than it was in Modern Warfare. As in Modern Warfare, literally you only had 2 stim shots and that was it. This one recharges for your entire life. It doesn't matter. You can use it every single 15-30 seconds. Really good. Also means you can't stim shot rush anymore. But that's okay. It's not, the running in this game, as you can see right now, it's really fast. So it really doesn't matter about that. I haven't noticed a difference between pistols and submachine guns in terms of sprint speed. So rushing in this game with a submachine gun, it doesn't matter. You don't need to stim shot to get that extra boost anyway. There is kind of, well, at least it feels like a kind of a boost when you do take damage stim shot to your sprint. So if you get shot and you want to take cover, I recommend stimming and running off. I think there might be a slight boost to it. Unconfirmed, but from what in my eyes, it looks like it's way quicker. Toyed with that guy a little bit right there. And then our lethal grenade is a Semtex, because that means we don't have to cook the grenade, and also it will stick to any surface. So if I throw it at a car, it will stick to the car, blow up the car and the enemy. Highly recommend Semtexes. The throwing on the Semtex is pretty far. It's pretty damn far. Probably further than what it was when it originally came out in Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2. I think you can throw Semtexes way further in this game than you could in any other Call of Duty. Not too sure, by the way. But frag grenades are also really super duper OP to use, especially in Search and Destroy. If you have a frag grenade, chuck it across the map. It's gonna go across the map 9 times out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. Especially in this Miami thing, if you chuck a grenade over this building right now to your right, that will easily hit mid-map, if not way past towards the A bomb spawn, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. But you can nade from here all the way across the map, not a problem. Semtex, you won't do that, but the Semtex is very handy for your objective-based game modes. You throw it into the flag or you throw it into the hard point, it's going to blow them up. If they're not running Flak Jacket, it's definitely going to blow them up. If they are running Flak Jacket, then don't worry about it. You get the hit marker and you can challenge with your MP5, which we'll get into in a second. But unfortunately, I've sidetracked a little bit. We've got to go back to the perks. I've only listed you the first 2 perks. We're going into the second 2 perks now. Perk 2, you're going to have Quartermaster and Gearhead. Now, Quartermaster means you can recharge your equipment over 25 seconds. So you throw that Semtex or frag grenade, and it will recharge it over 25 seconds. So you can throw it at the next objective. Doesn't matter. Gearhead means you can recharge your field upgrades a lot quicker than what they normally would, which is a better choice to have in that perk slot. You can run Scavenger and all that if you want, but I believe you don't really need to run Scavenger, as there is ammo crates around the map and it kind of cancels out unless you're playing like Search and Destroy or something. I'm not too sure, but I don't really see a point of using Scavenger in this game. Honestly, I don't see a single point. But if you do, that's okay. I highly recommend these 2 perks I've listed below, Quartermaster and Gearhead. They are super OP, super handy to have. It's always handy to recharge your equipment and your field upgrade way quicker. Honestly, you want to be able to throw as many grenades as you can possibly throw. Lastly, finally getting into perk slot 3, you saw me change it midway through the game, which I don't really know at this point what is better to use. I was using Gun Ho and Ninja. Definitely use Ninja no matter what. Your footsteps will be non-existent. I was using Gun Ho, which means I could sprint and then fire at the same time, but I thought I'd rather use Ghost. Honestly, having Ghost was way more important, because they'd chuck a UAV up and they wouldn't be able to see me on the minimap, and my footsteps would be quiet. I could rush their spawns a lot better, get way more kills than what I would, and just be silent and deadly. That's what you want to be. You want to be silent and deadly. That's the best way to use this MP5 class. Now we're finally going to go into what the MP5 is, the attachments and all of that. I know, I dragged it out so long. It's 5 attachments. Here we go. No matter what, I always run the suppressor, which does in this game make your shooting at distance far more negative. It's like minus 10 or 15%. Not too bad, because the muzzle I use actually increases my distance. Not the muzzle, sorry, the barrel. The muzzle is the suppressor and the barrel increases my distance. It's the only one that increases my distance, which is the heavy barrel. It's like 9.6 or something. Cannot remember off the top of my head, but it's the heavy barrel. It's got the word heavy in it. You cannot miss it. It's like the 3rd attachment, I'm pretty sure. This means that I have the silencer to, mitigate my noise reduction as much as possible. Make sure they can't hear me when I'm firing, especially if I'm in a spawn. That's where it helps out the most. And then the barrel, having the heavy one to increase the range. So you're losing range with the silencer, but then you're balancing it out with the heavy barrel to increase the range. And you can see my ADS time is not affected. It's still way quick and fast. Now I am running the flashlight. I believe the flashlight is very important to have, especially if you've got eyes like mine and you can't see very far distances. The flashlight will help you in this. It will, if they're not running Ghost, it will pop up, or Cold-Blooded. I'm pretty sure it's Cold-Blooded. Can't remember off the top of my head. If they're not running Ghost or Cold-Blooded, one of the two, it will show their name. So one of those perks it won't show their name, but if they're not running it, their names will always show up, which is very handy to have. And it tracks them. Not only does it show up their name, but wherever they run off to, it will track them for like 5 seconds or something. So if they run behind the wall, you can see them running behind the wall. It's really handy at checkmate. Checkmate is probably one of the most OP attachments to have. If you've got like the AK-47, chuck a flashlight on it, you will see them run through the entire plane. I'm kid you not, because there's so many windows in that plane. It will see them running through every single window. Very handy to have, and you can wallbang them and look like a cheater basically. Moving on, if you're going to use any attachment, you always got to use the fast mags, or whatever the equivalent is to it with the fast mags. And I generally choose the most amount of rounds with fast mags. Not too sure what that is for the MP5, but for mine it's just 40 rounds at the moment. So 40 rounds of fast mag, you can't miss it. It literally says faster reload times in the description box of the attachment that it is highlighting. And the final attachment is going to be your most significant attachment. It's going to be the attachment that's going to make every single enemy rage quit. It's going to make every single enemy just boil in their eyes, are going to be popping out of their head. I kid you not. This is important. You need this attachment. If anything, this is the attachment you need. It's the drop shot wrap. In Call of Duty Cold War, Treyarch has gone out of their way to mean and be mean basically. Make sure that if you want a drop shot, you have to use an attachment slot, and that attachment is going to be the grip tape on the back of your gun, either the handle. It's the handle. Every single weapon will have one. Even snipers have it, and pistols I've seen have it. And we draw in this game, I kid you not, I cannot believe that's my first draw. But you want the drop shot grip tape, whatever it's called, drop shot wrap. You need that, it's very important. Now I'm gonna get a screenshot of what I'm using so you can see basically the entire setup. It's not necessarily the attachments, but those are the 5 attachments you need. So here it is in super slow-mo. We'll recap the 5 attachments. It's the silencer, the heavy barrel, the fast mags, sorry for the stuttering, the drop shot wrap, and the flashlight. Highly important. Those are the 5 attachments you run. The secondary weapon, if you notice back there, it is the last stop shotgun, which is a Nuketown variant of the first shotgun in the game, which I can never remember what it's called. I thought I'd just rock this just for the fun of it. It's not too bad. Honestly, you can use any secondary you want. Go for it. Have a pick. You don't have to run a shotgun. You can run a pistol. You can run a knife. It doesn't matter. The MP5 is going to do all the work. The secondary weapon is really just your last resort if you need a backup weapon. On top of that, you can use any field upgrade. I use the field mic that highlights enemy footsteps around me. Ladies and gents, if you really enjoyed this video and you liked the video, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you ever want to come back to the channel to watch more videos, turn your notifications on so you never miss an upload. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if you think the MP5 is still the king. I reckon it will be. It is kind of like that hated weapon at the moment. Honestly, it's way better than the M16 or AUG. That gun just absolutely sends me ballistic. If they have to nerf anything, it's got to be those two. The MP5 at the moment is kind of alright. There is other weapons to, you know, beat it, like the AK-74U. There is a lot of things and balancing issues that Cold War needs to sort out. But if you enjoyed this video, thank you guys so much. And until next time.